So now we're on to hotel number 2, which is the Minion Hotel. First of all, this place is approximately 7 minutes drive from Hotel Argana. So I'm not sure if you want to put this in a pro or a con. I'll just put them in both. Some people would prefer it and some people wouldn't. But this location isn't in a prime tourist location, meaning there's tourists in the sense of in the hotel and in the other hotels neighboring to this one. But if you go into the streets, there isn't a lot of tourists walking around or tourist facilities. You know, even when I went to the food shops and stuff, they was just speaking Moroccan or French. It was really difficult to communicate with them because it's more in an area where it's for the locals. Personally, I like that. But you know, each to their own. Some people might not like that. They might feel more safe and secure and more comfortable in a tourist location. Number 2, another positive thing about this hotel is the way it looks on the pictures. I promise you, to the teenth, is exactly the same in real life. It's high class. You know, like how I mentioned Hotel Argana was a 4-star or was impressive for a 4-star. Maybe for a Moroccan hotel or, you know, like for a different country's standards, it is 4-star. But now coming to this hotel, which is classed as a 4-star as well, this personally I believe is British standards, which is a little bit high, or European or, you know, American. We have a little bit more higher standards when it comes to class, etc. So this I would now class as a 4-star, and Hotel Argana, from my British mentality, I would say is a 3-star. But for Moroccan standards, Hotel Argana was fine as a 4-star. But this one, if I was going to put it into Moroccan standard, I don't understand how it's not a 5-star. It's beautiful. I'm really impressed with this hotel. The third good thing I'm going to say about this hotel is the hospitality is on point. From the receptionist, from the doorman to the receptionist, to the lobby people, to the cleaners, everybody was very, very courteous. It was welcoming. Everyone had a smile on the face. There was welcoming. They was very helpful. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention the waiters as well in the restaurant and in the cafe, which is part of the hotel, but it's like next door. The restaurant is one part and the cafe is another part. This will lead me to my next good positive. The options for food here, if you look at the menu, it doesn't look like it's a lot, but it is, because you've got the restaurant on one side of the hotel and on the other side of the hotel you've got a cafe, and it is quite vast. I went into the cafe, but I've not really had a chance to eat there. I kind of got comfortable eating in the restaurant. So another positive thing I'm going to say is the food here is delicious. I really enjoyed my food. I don't know if you want to class it as a positive or a negative again, but the portions as well was very big. Like, you know, when I was ordering, I'd ask them for a meal for one, what would you recommend first? So I ate twice here, and both meals that was supposed to be for one person, that was enormous. I couldn't finish them. You know, I tried to save a bit till later, and I had a little bit later, and I still couldn't finish it. It was really big, very big portions. So whilst we're on the point of food, I might as well mention that I ordered room service once, and I've eaten the restaurant downstairs twice. So room service, I don't know if it was just my luck or the timing when I was ordering, but I ordered a classic burger, which is what we class as I got a beef burger or something, but I put double cheese on it and fries. When they brought it up, it came up within 15 minutes. They made it fresh. It was not warm, but it was quite hot, but not extremely hot. So it was, for me, it was the right temperature. The service was brilliant. They brought it in nicely. The presentation was like, it was on point. But like I said, I was really impressed with the room service. Even the burger size, like, I swear to God, man, I couldn't even finish the burger. I was struggling towards the end. And normally I devour burgers. I go through them. So I was really impressed and happy with the food here. And in the restaurant, when I ordered, I forgot what you call it, tagine, but it was a mixed one. It was Moroccan food. And the second time I just had a spag bowl. But both meals, there was hench, legit, there was hench. I couldn't finish them, and it was really nice. I enjoyed it. So I've had a pleasant experience with the food and the service here. The next positive thing that I'm going to mention is the cleanliness. Like I said about Hotel Argana, hygiene is a big thing to me. The hygiene in here was was near enough to my perfection standards, if you want to call it. But it was a lot cleaner than Hotel Argana, and I was really happy and comfortable to just leave my things, you know, openly here. And this leads me to another positive. This hotel felt extremely safe. This is the only hotel when I've traveled abroad where I've actually felt comfortable to leave my passport in the room. I know it's a little bit silly, some people might think I'm crazy for doing that, but I swear the vibe and the feeling that I got here, I've not had in any hotel in any other country before. I felt really safe here. So that's another positive thing. Another positive thing, which obviously some people out there that might have a different opinion to me, that, you know, that likes to drink and entertainment. Here they don't have a bar and there's no alcohol allowed on premises. So for me, I found it as a positive because it was very quiet. It was very relaxed. Most of the people that I was seeing were like professional type people, or people that had come to unwind and have just a general quiet chill. It wasn't very loud and active. So for me, I like that because I've come to unplug and unwind from the stresses of normal life. I've not come here to let loose, you understand? So for me, that was a positive thing. I enjoyed that. Another positive thing, but it's also going to be in the negative, I'm going to put the Wi-Fi. Because the Wi-Fi is good here, don't get me wrong, but from my room, the one that I'm staying in, there's certain spots in the room, like when I'm sat on the bed, or, well, at the desk it's fine, but certain parts of the room, I don't get no connection. But the Wi-Fi is good because if I'm sat at the desk or I go sitting in the lobby or in the restaurant, it's really quick. It's a lot quicker than Hotel Argana. I'm not trying to compare, but I'm just saying it's good enough anyway to stream, to watch things, to do, you know, like some downloading. Well, now we're on to the cons. This one was very difficult for me to think about. Number one, I'm gonna say is the Wi-Fi. Like I said, it was not the greatest in certain spots, like when I was trying to lie down in bed and watch a movie on my laptop, I wasn't getting no connection. Another con that I'm gonna say is the location. Like I said, some people are not gonna like the fact that you've not got everything on your doorstep like you would in a tourist area. So if I wanted food, I had to walk like 7 to 8 minutes to find the local food shops. It was a little bit difficult because of the location. And, you know, if I wanted to find some entertainment or excursion little stalls, I couldn't find them here. So that was a little bit difficult. I'll give the location a bit of a thingy. But as I said, in the positives, some people want to, you know, unwind from the tourist areas and just relax or come for business. Like for me, I've been able to do a lot more work on my laptop in this hotel than I was able to do in Hotel Argana, because obviously the location of it made me just want to go out all the time. Here I'm more inclined to stay in and just work on my laptop. So I don't know. The next negative thing I'm going to say is the lift. Yes, it felt safe in the terms of you had to tap your card, your key card, to get it operating to get to your level, which made me feel safe. But there's a lot of times where the lift wasn't coming and it gets stuck. And once or twice, I almost got stuck in it, where it came down to ground floor, but then it wasn't opening the doors. I was pressing the bell, it wasn't working, and then it bounced back up, go to my level, and then it'd let me out there, and then I'd just jump straight out because I weren't trusting it, and I never used it again. So only somebody who's in a situation where they don't want to risk it, obviously, when it comes to flight or a fight, I'm a fighter. So in that moment, I thought to myself, nah, I ain't going to risk it. I'm not going to start, you know, trying to get in that lift again. So I just went and looked for an alternative lift or just used the stairs. Like I said, it was just a bit of an inconvenience for me. And I stayed here 3 nights, so call it 4 days. For it to be doing that consistently for a number of days and then not fixed it, I'd say that's a con. And my final con that I'm going to give this hotel is there was an incident where I smashed my perfume bottle accidentally in the bathroom, and I went out asking the cleaner for a brush and, you know, a broom and a brush, the dustpan and brush or whatever. But she came running to clean up, and I just knew, like, she's not going to be able to do it to my standards. Like, anyone knows me, anybody who knows me on a personal level or who's stayed in the home setting with me, you'll know that I've got extreme OCD when it comes to cleaning the floors. So I just knew she's not going to be able to clean up the glass to my standards, and I was trying to do it, but she wasn't. So she swept up as best as she could. She did a good enough job for a standard person, for a normal person. You'd say she did a good enough job to the point where I had to give her a tip. But there were still pieces of glass on the floor, like little tiny bits, and it was getting on my feet. Now, I'm not trying to be a Karen here. I'm not trying to be some sort of critic. Personally, I'd look past it. It wasn't that deep. But I'm a dad, you understand? And the way I see it is, if I was the next person to come and stay in this room with my kids, and my kids got their feet cut, that's a health and safety concern. So that's the only reason why I'm going to put it as a con, because I know when I check out this room and the cleaners are sweeping up this room or clean up, they're going to miss that, because there's little tiny bits which you can't see really unless you get down and zoom in. And I guarantee people aren't going to be coming doing that. The next guests aren't going to be doing that. So if they've got kids, it's a little bit of a concern. So health and safety, I feel like the cleaners can be trained a little bit better. Think about it, they're doing multiple rooms in here, so they'll be doing the general clean, they'll be doing the general change in the bedding and all that stuff. But attention to detail is a major thing when it comes to hygiene or health and safety. So I'll put that as a con. But in general, like I said, I really enjoyed my stay here to the point that I was willing to cancel my next hotel just to stay here. But it is what it is. I'm checking out today. I'm going to the next one.